let's take a minute to talk about some of those hijinks. Do you think that some of those ribs that guys were doing with Sean losing his eyebrows and whatnot, that's because he's the new guy, he's the young guy, all the above?
He was the aggravating kid that annoyed the fuck out of everybody that thought he was, you know, one of the boys. And it's just kind of, look, man, it's just growing up. And was it hazing? Is it as we used to call it in high school? I didn't even hear the word hazing, good God, until probably 20 years ago. We called it sliming.
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Well, that's what we did in Texas. Did you get slimed? That's where you had to push a penny down the hall with your nose and things like that. But that was kind of hazing, I guess, that was done. And in this business, was kind of an initiation at points.
Do you remember seeing the Hasbro figure of Sean Waltman?
I'm sure I have.
Well, what's interesting to me about it is we were talking about the eyebrows, and I didn't think they were perhaps in that newspaper ad, but I know for certain they weren't on the Hasbro box. And again, this is probably a guy who grew up playing with LJN action figures, and to know that all these years later, he's now part of the company, rubbing elbows with these guys. By God, I'm getting an action figure. And the day they do the photo shoots the night before, allegedly, maybe, perhaps one of the nasty boys or what have you, shave those eyebrows off. So all these years later, Sean Waltman's action figure still has no eyebrows.
No, I think that's great.
It's hilarious. It's just only in wrestling.
Collector's items.